Okay, amigos, this is for quiz number 3. What it is we are solving equations. We're solving for x or whatever variable there is on the quiz. We're going to have two different kinds of problems. The first one looks a lot like this, where you will have to combine like terms and then solve like we typically do. So I've got 4c and 14c. I combine those together. You notice there's nothing in front. That means that that's positive right there. Notice right here, there's a plus sign in front of this 14. That means it's also positive. Now, if there was a minus sign here, that would mean that it's a negative 14. So when we go to combine it, that would change that. So, but they're both positive, so that means I'm just going to add them together. 14 and 4 give me 18c. I still have my negative 5. I didn't do anything with that. My 67 is still there. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and solve for c. And what that entails is moving things away from c that I can. We want to multiply and divide last. So let's do our adding and subtracting here. The opposite of negative 5 or minus 5 is to add 5. Okay? If we add 5 here, we're going to add 5 here. That gives me 72 here. And I still have my 18c. Our last step, like I said, would be to multiply and divide. The 18 and the c, they're multiplying together. They're touching. That's what that means. So the opposite of multiplying, of course, is divide. And divide. Now we know that 18 over 18 is 1. And 1 times c is just c. How many times does 18 go into 72? 4 times. And that's it. So if you can run through those steps, you're going to be in great shape tomorrow. The other type of problem is what we just covered today, and that's when we have variables and things like that that are trapped, like I talked about in my lesson. They're trapped by division. So let's take a look at this one. I've got 3x minus 1 divided by 4 equals 2. Typically, and like I did in the last step, I try to do my adding subtracting first, but I can't because it's divided by 4. So I need to move that 4, get it out of the way so that I can add the 1. So the 4 is dividing all of this up on top. So the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply up there. What that does is creates a 4 over 4 situation. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And 1 times 3x minus 1 is just 3x minus 1. So that cancels that out. Okay. And whatever I do on one side of the equation, I need to do on the other side. So I multiplied by 4 here. I need to multiply by 4 here. So 2 times 4 is 8. Now it's just like any other equation. I can go ahead and solve it. I do the opposite of minus 1, which is add 1. And I didn't do the divide by 3 yet because I want to save that for later when there's nothing left to do. And there's nothing left to do except for divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x is x. If I do it on one side, I do it on this side. How many times does 3 go into 9? 3 times. That's it. So those are the two kind of problem sets that you're going to have for tomorrow's quiz. And that's it. Have a good one, amigos.